Welcome back to Maniacal Music Musings. I'm your host, Jeremy, aka, the Reflecting God, who's pretty flat for a white guy. I must say myself. I'm here to spread Beelzebub's prophecy of Americana and the ceremony of flames that we're all heading towards. Preacher mode today. I drive down Highway 666, hearing you all scream like a freak on a leash during your unholy execution as I see dead bodies everywhere. I'm halfway down to watch your savior die, but what can I say? God hates me and I hate him too, motherfucker. My co-host, though, what can I say about her? She's got issues without even reaching the end of the line and loves some culture head. Don't we all? She lives with the children of the corn, and let's just say the kids aren't all right, but it's all in the family, so it's on like Donkey Kong, just seed running everywhere. She got that cameltosis running wild, but if you ask her, she says, I got the life. Well, except for the silverfish in the walls. She loves her some BBK, and anytime anybody starts to ask her, have you ever, she stops them right there and says, we don't talk about what happened in Walla Walla. Jaimie motherfucking Fuller, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I'm loving the fact I'm living in the Children of the Corn because I'm going to give you a little trivia right here, right now. I grew up in a town that they shot some of the movie Children of the Corn out in the fields. So that was a perfect older script you did there, Jeremy. Good job. Bravo. I'm here to do it today, honey. What's up?
I feel like probably knew that from some point in history, but anyway, folks. Folks, you may notice there's no third person here tonight. Yeah, it's a change of pace for once. What's going on, Richard the Beast? Uh, we are doing something that I haven't done since me and Chancey did this like probably a year and a half ago last. It's time another round of two musers, 4 albums. Kind of like Two Girls, One Cup, but a lot less exciting. But
oh boy, I don't know. I'll take the good music and the mediocre music over ever actually watching that. Okay. I'm here for the music now. Ooh.
I'll take an NSYNC fucking album over that video. But so folks, we decided to go with a theme for this one, and I'm not gonna reveal it all at once, but the first part of that theme is albums from our childhood, and since ladies first and all that, I'll let Jaimie start us off here.
Okay, well, hey, let me get to my notes then. I didn't know how far back in my childhood I wanted to go. I have such a different background in music that's all over the place. I just matched Jeremy's years and went with that. I've got Follow the Leader, 1998 from Korn. So we're getting to the roots of what Jaimie started really zoning into besides these dogs. But there's so many memories tied to Korn and the album in general and just that period of my life that a lot of stuff was about to happen and a lot of stuff had happened at that point. So this album means a lot to me, and I'm not just doing it because it's my album, but I did rate it 5 stars, Jeremy. With only one honorable mention that we'll do when we get ready for that. It sounds like we got
to give me one.
You're good. The best part is that I've got the best albums. I want to say, and nobody can stop me from saying it except for Jeremy editing this all out when he's ready. I'm kidding. We're going to just take a little brief early intermission, motherfuckers. It's okay. It's all good. Sometimes life happens. And so the God is over there reflecting off to the side, getting life right, getting it all figured out. I'll bring up some Korn for y'all. Not to listen to, but just a little information about the album, considering it was a big influential part of my life. There was just something about the lyrics dipping in to the beginning of my adolescent and teenage feelings. So Follow the Leader was their third studio album. August 1998. I was in 8th grade, going into ninth. So great time for all the music, I have to say. Um, Life is Peachy was her first album. Issues followed after that. But I mean, this had a lot of good US Billboard 200 charts. Hi, Jaimie. I remember Total Request Live for all my folks that are about to be 40 this year, like myself. Total Request Live. I remember getting excited for some corn on there. I don't know about you, Jeremy, but that made me happy when I would see that.
A little before my time. Well,
A little
eh,
bit. Oh,
uh,
bummer.
a little before my time to actually be old enough to appreciate what that was. But uh, yeah, follow the when you said you wanted to bring this one, I was like, oh shit, follow the leader. I'm like, I have vague memories of Corn at that when this album came out. I was nowhere near the age to actually appreciate metal, but would rediscover it years later. And Follow the Leader is a classic metal album. So many good hits on it. It might be in the Corn's top 3 albums. I'd have to really think about that, but it might be.
Well, it
Uh,
was within their first 3 that they
I
released,
know.
but
Oh,
out
I
of
know
their
that.
top 3 favorites, oh, absolutely. I don't know a single Corn fan that doesn't have it at least in their top 4. They put out some damn good music, and they put on a damn good show. I do have to say, to this day, I still have my little Laffy Taffy banana piece from Monkey. Thank you very much. That little piece is very much cherished with the rest of my concert tickets from some great memories and mosh pits.
But yeah, if I'm gonna rate that album, I'm easily gonna give it a. It's gotta be a 5 out of 5. It's damn near perfect.
I'm loving that. I'm loving that we agree on one of my choices. So yay to that. So what is your thinking on your top 5 then, Jeremy?
Oh no. I want to hear yours. I want to hear it's your
Oh
album. You're
man,
doing it
come
first.
on. Fine,
Yeah.
fine, fine. So I really did have a hard time choosing, but I guess I went for it. Honorable mention, I only got one. It's Earache My Eye. I feel like that was a great time. The song and the whip of it to me kind of just it catches me in my little moods. Number 5, Children of the Corn. I think that is a pretty obvious favorite. And number 4, I Can Never Ever Love Another Cunt. Oh, girls out there. I have blocked some people recently, and I need them to know I know this is on public platform, but like that song Cameltosis is, you can't ever offend me, you can't bother me. This song tickled me so funny. Like I loved it. It brought up a lot of fun for me. Number 3, All in the Family. Number 2, Got the Life. And then my number 1 was probably most related to people trying to tell me what to do, friends wise, social wise, direct me in who I hang out with or who I socialize with, and frown upon, people I do or do not. Not just my friends, but even my parent rebel era and everything. So that was Dead Bodies Everywhere. That is my absolute number 1. I feel like that is kind of an obvious, but it was really hard to choose because if I could just have the whole album be my favorite, that's what it would be.
Yeah, that's one of the mentions for this album. Just a thing. But yeah. I had horrible mentions. It's Follow the Leader. Come on now. First album mention is it's on freaking love Corn party songs, and that's a Corn party song. Uh, Second album mention was Cameltosis, funny song. But uh, next honorable mention is All in the Family, Fred Durst. Yay.
I mean,
It's
absolutely. I should have even mentioned that. The fact that he's in that song too makes it a little bit better for that time, especially like how hot that was back then.
yeah. It's alright. That's what's honorable mention, not top 5. And last honorable mention was BBK because that's always a classic. Always a classic. But my number 5 was Seed. Seed's a very true, very fun song. So see, my number 4 is Dead Bodies Everywhere. I couldn't put it number 1. I was better ones, but Dead Bodies Everywhere is classic. I love the freaking chorus of that. It's almost like Corn meets Slipknot for a second. But my number 3 is Got the Life because as soon as that freaking first beat kicks in, it's like, oof, freaking club song right there.
Yeah, I think when anybody hears certain chords and things to begin, yeah, it really makes a big difference in the crowd. Like even just the songs playing between the bands that are up on the stage. When you play some Korn, you hear that chord hit. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
And then my number two is Children of the Corn, because who doesn't love some corn and Ice Cube? That's just freaking amazingness.
That was a good
And
one.
what's up? I did. And of course, suspension, a little suspense there. My number one has to be nothing else but Freak on a Leash. Come on, it's the best corn song of all time. No one's ever gonna say it's not. It's on every rating ever as number one.
I mean, I'm not saying against anything on that. It's a great song. There's many other songs that I love to hear live. Since I've got to hear them a good couple times, I've gotten in some great mosh pits, some great fights, um, some great situations during these moments. Freak on a Leash is up there. I just feel like I should have maybe put it a part of my honorable mention, but I really didn't. So good for you that you did for your top
It,
five.
it's freaking Freak on a Leash. I mean, come on.
I know I ain't against it. Just
That's that is my first real memory of corn. Is literally watching. I think it had to be '98. I'm guessing, but watching the '98 like top 100 music videos of the year on New Year's Eve,
mm-hmm.
and like my first time seeing that freaking video for Freak on a Leash, like oh my god, my little mind was blown.
Well, and just like so, what ties into your childhood album coming up, which I hope is what you wanted to go to next, because that's what I'm getting ready to talk about. The
Yep.
That music at that time was also another album that really kicked some major adolescent ass of mine. I had a blast listening to it, but it also put some things into perspective. So that's why I probably went off my year more because of what you chose in the year you chose. But my golly, I think 1998 through 2001 is probably my hottest years of albums to kick off some adulthood, I have to say. It's for damn sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time period. That's for damn sure. But uh so yeah, we can go to my album from my childhood, I guess, because people are gonna be like, really, when they hear it. But it's just, well, no, maybe they won't, because it is classic, and
Classic, catchy, good time.
it is, it's classic, and I mean, I can remember memories of us playing basketball in the driveway, just freaking having this CD blasting, not knowing what any of the songs are really fucking talking about, but just having the CD blasting as kids, just loving the music and liking the lyrics to a degree. But like I said, we didn't know what the hell the half the shit meant, so it was beyond us. But that's one of the earliest memories I ever had, and one of the first CDs I ever bought when I actually went to the store was Offspring's Americana album,
Yeah.
because it's just classic. It's got so many good hits on it, and I mean, it's literally just one of the best. I mean, just that era, there was like nonstop good albums like that, and this one just freaking was amazing. And it's Offspring. I mean, how can you not like Offspring? I fucking love Offspring. So,
I don't really know anybody that doesn't like Offspring, to be honest. I don't
well,
think I've ran into anybody that, yeah.
except when you're chancing, you bring on their newest album and it suck balls.
I mean, I guess I have to listen to that again, but I
He
don't.
he oh he instantly regretted it. He instantly regretted it. But yeah, I mean it's Offspring. I freaking so I'll get into more with the songs, but like this album is just classic. What did you think of Americana, Jaimie?
I mean, like I was saying, to be quite honest with you, it was one of the big albums I was really listening to rock and metal and heavy music and other genres in general. Around that time, this was one of those albums that got me into other stuff. So I personally, out of 5 stars, give it 4. The fact that it was a great album that we got to, at least where I'm at, we get music a little bit later than other people, but it says November of 98. I remember just seeing the videos on TV. I remember the catchiness of Pretty Fly for a White Guy. Why Don't You Get a Job? But then, like, relating to the kids aren't all right. I'm laughing at some of the song because of the name references and people I know that apply to it. But just like they were also at Woodstock 99 right after this album came out. So, like, ah, like that. I would have loved to have heard
Yep.
that. So I'm still kind of hoping I could check them off my concert list
That.
sometime.
Them in ICP right there at Woodstock 99.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah.
Uh, hey Harley, thank you for watching as always.
What's up, girl? What's up?
Uh and yeah, if I had to rate, I'd give it a 4.3. I'd say. I mean, it's not a 5 out of 5, no fucking way in hell. But it kind of lost its luster as you get older too, because it's just memories now. But I actually only had. Oh wait, no, I'm not wrong. Yeah, actually, I only had 2 honorable mentions for this album. Uh, First honorable mention was "She's Got Issues." It's just a classic angsty breakup song, I guess, in a way. But and the other honorable mention is "The End of the Line." That's a freaking punk ass song. It's fun as shit. My number 5 is "Have You Ever," because it's one of the most realistic songs I've ever heard in my fucking life. The truth about the world is that crime does pay. Like it's and the fucking like bass and freaking drum beat when they're doing that part too is just fucking phenomenal. So hell yeah. Uh, Number 4 is Walla Walla. Just a fun fucking fast song. Uh, and funny enough, my number 3 is Put Pretty Fly for a White Guy. I didn't want to do it any higher than that. It's classic. It's just so overplayed at this time. Even though back in the day, when I got my first cell phone, that was my dad's ringtone. But which made him laugh tremendously. But my number 2 is The Kids Aren't All Right, because that song is fucking classic, and it's so funny how you grow up knowing all your friends turning into these fucking stereotypes. And the music video was fucking pretty dope for that. I fucking didn't see it 2 years later, but I remember it.
Yeah, it is good.
And my number 1 has to be Americana. Fucking one of the truest songs I've ever heard as well. This whole album has a lot of truth in it, but Americana is so true. a, a freaking strip club on every corner. Fuck yeah, that's Americana for me. But what are your top 5 for that, Jaimie?
I'm liking how we're similar on a few of them here. Okay, so honorable mention got Welcome. Who doesn't get that stuck in their head? Welcome to Americana. Like the whole opening, it's an honorable mention for me. Just like yours, I also agree with The End of the Line. That song hit me in a different way. That's when I started losing some friends and some people I knew close to me. That song started to bring me to a different part in my life that was real. So, honorable mentions there. Number 5 is She's Got Issues. Oh, because we all know she's got issues, honey. It's okay. And number 4, like you, when you brought this album up, the first thing that gets stuck in my head is, "Hey, I'm Walla. I'll see you in a Walla Walla." It's always in my head. It's stuck in my head all day long when I'm having boring moments. That's the go-to song. Number 3, I have to say, is Feelings. The parody cover of a different single, but just how they kind of twisted it into their own thing. I really kind of, I liked it. I dug it. The familiarity of it with the new beat was kind of fun. Now, number 2, The Kids Aren't All Right. Because gosh damn it, the kids aren't all right. Well, my kid hears that. Number 1, I think people might be surprised that Pretty Fly for a White Guy is not even an honorable mention for me, because my number 1 off the album is Staring at the Sun. And a lot of these songs I remember driving down the road, having gorgeous days outside, nothing but like cornfields, bean fields, just whatever, prairie, other stuff for where I drive around at, and just enjoying this album, like cruising around with my friends when they got their licenses and when I got mine. So remember having this on CD. I remember having it in my car. I think I still have the little jacket thing that went in the CD case. So yeah, it's a good album. Good choice. 4 to 5.
I had to bring it out eventually. I had to bring it out eventually. It's much to Chancy's dismay, when the one time I did bring Offspring, it was like a 2014 album. He
Right,
was all
right.
pissed off about it. He's like, "You couldn't bring a '90s album?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Gosh," I'm like, "Shut up, dude." But now, folks, I told you this is a two-part theme, and the second theme in this, well, I don't know what the fuck Jaimie did, but I said albums that we loved in our 20s. I don't know what the fuck Jaimie did. I don't know if she went that way or not. This
You
album
didn't
seems
do
too new.
you didn't say in our 20s. You just said a more current or whatever type of album, anytime between then and now. So I was like,
Maybe I did.
well, that's a wide range, buddy. Wide range.
Oh, it's got to be.
Yeah, well, it's gotta be. Of course. That's what she said. La da da da. So I went with 2020. You want me to start with mine or are you going with yours?
Oh, you're doing yours first, sweetie.
Oh yeah, we want to get mine over with, I bet. Okay, it's a different album. It was I think partially because I'm not just a Corey Taylor fan, and people know this about me. Slipknot, Stone Sour, all that. Not just him. There's other aspects of his side projects and people that are a part of those side projects that I really enjoyed. And I really enjoyed the fact that back in COVID, we had these no squares, literally taped out squares on the ground to tell us where we could and could not stand to be able to go to Corey motherfucking Taylor, his lovely concert back in 2020, which thought I let him know that I've been Jaimie motherfucking Fuller for a very long time. So I think it's really cute. He's trying to catch up to me, but I'm okay with that. I enjoy this album because there was just catchy songs on it, funny lyrics here and there, and because Jason Christopher, at one point, he was touring with them and playing bass for him, and he's a good guy. So if you hear me, Jason, what's up, bud? But other than that, I chose it for just lots of fun reasons. Overall, it's because it's an easy 5 out of 5 for me because it's just catchy and it's something I can put into my shuffle while I'm jamming on a long car ride because I love going floating, love going down south. So I tend to just hit the music and go. I know it's
Um,
probably not your favorite.
I I saw this album and I was like, Corey Taylor, but not Slipknot. Right. Let's go down this Gene Simmons doing Love Ballads road.
Kind
Um,
of, yeah. It makes you feel funny at first. It's not too terrible.
well, that's what she said. But
Woo! Woo!
uh, yeah, no, I mean I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of the elements. There's a lot of elements in this album I liked. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some songs that are fucking incredible, and then I mean, there's a beginning and end of the album that are fucking incredible, and then the middle is just kind of like a wasteland that's barren and dry, and you might die. So, I don't know. Other
It's
than, I
got
mean,
like a roller coaster effect when you listen to it from beginning to end. I'll agree with you
if
on that.
if I had I mean, it's almost like listening to Tool for me, and that's kind of like, eh. But so I mean, yeah, I'm gonna rate this album. I give it a 3 out of 5, maybe 3 out of 5. I mean, for the songs that rock, they earn the 3. The other songs can all burn in hell where they belong.
Okay, that's fine. You can give it 3 out of 5, but leave fucking Tool out of your mouth, sir. We're gonna pretend you didn't say that for audio land. Let's just hope that he edits that out because he wants to be my friend here after this episode, sir. I get it, it's
I
not your taste in music, but digging. Oh, at my heart right now. Oh, oh, oh.
Tool, Bush, I can keep going. Uh,
Bastard. Bastard.
so what were your top 5 for
Okay.
CMFT?
Okay. I will, like I said, I fully agree. Starts off good, kind of gets become mid, goes up and down a little bit towards the end of the album. But my number 5 is everybody dies on my birthday. I actually have had a lot of stuff happen around my birthday. And my life never ceases to amaze me every fucking year in the month of May. It goes to shit at some point before my birthday. So everybody dies on my birthday kind of made me giggle. Number 4 is Home. I have to say, I could tell it was one of those songs that he wrote for his the owner of his heart, which would be Alicia, his woman now. But the thing is, seeing him perform it in person and sing it to her, then I got to see some like backstage angles to it. It was a cute, more touching song, and I appreciated the vocals with the piano. Number three probably could have been a number one for me, but I decided not necessarily because I do really love the other two songs. But The Face of a Murder Scene and The Body of an Enemy. Fucking Samantha's Gone. I giggled so I love that lyric so bad. It's a great time. Number two is CMFT. That is very catchy. It's got Tech Nine in it. It's got Kid Bookie. Tyrone Hill and Aaron Yates were a part of the producing and lyrics on that album, but Tech Nine was a big part of the ending lyrics for me that gives that song the number two for my ranking on that. I guess if you wouldn't have had that dynamic in it, it would have probably been a number four or something. But my number one is a catchy little blah blah kind of song, and it's Black Eyes Blue. I've always really liked that song. I just enjoy it. It's always gotten me at good times when I'm on a road trip. So that's my top five.
I had two honorable mentions for it. I mean, it had some decent songs. Honorable mentions are Silverfish and Halfway Down. They were both decent, good songs. Not amazing, but decent. Number 5 was the Maria Fire. Number 4 was Everybody Dies My Birthday because that was a fun fucking song. I like that song. But number 3 was Culture Head because that was another fun song. My number 2 was CMFT Must Be Stopped because that was a fucking amazing song. I'm not even that big a Tech Nine fan, but I mean, it was Tech Nine's always fun at songs like that. So, and
I
whoever
feel
the
like
other guy was,
that was a good collab. It was kind of something fresh for him to try to produce and pop this album off.
and my number 1 was Highway 666. The opening song was amazing, and then the album just died. But the opening song was amazing.
Yeah, it is a good song. I will totally freaking agree with that.
I mean, I've always known that Corey Taylor does side shit like Stone Sour and all that shit. I always have known that, but it's just
right. And there are some Stone Sour albums I was looking at. I was debating on that. I was looking in my 20s and stuff like that at one point. But I was like, nah, I'm going to just. It was an album that happened to come up at the right time. So I just decided on it. It just was happenstance perfect, I guess. So I'll get to the others at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't one of those albums that had me like excited. I got done with it. I was like, thank God. But I put it in the middle for a reason because I didn't want to end all the albums on it because that would have pissed me off. But oh, see, I was going with something that I liked in my 20s. That was the thing I was going for. Which whatever, it works either way. And my 20s were a dark fucking period. So I liked a little more extreme music that I discovered around 2012, 11, 13, somewhere around in there. And this artist is one of the first kind of an entry wormhole into that world of music. And so I decided to bring a continuation of something I did with Chancey. And I decided to bring Doctrines of the Damned Part 2, The Collabs by Satanic. And those who have listened to the show for a long time, you've heard us talk about Satanic a couple times. Chancey was actually very fond of the original version of this album with no collabs on it. So, and there's been mixed reviews about him and Razakel's combo CD that I brought on. But yeah, overall, it's gotten some pretty good love in here. So I had to bring the next Satanic album. And it's even better because it's got a lot of shitload of guest stars, which make it fucking incredible. It's basically a who's who of horrorcore in that period. But yeah, this album is just phenomenal. Like, and when you're full of hate, this album is almost like a cult following type of thing. Like, you just freaking live by the words in it. Like, it's just fucking, it's crazy how much these words can influence you when you're in a certain mindset. So yeah, I mean, I had to go back to the dark periods, folks, the dark ages, and pull this album out of the wrecked ruins of that time. And I was not disappointed when I listened to it again. I was like, oof, I'm like, why'd I stop listening to him so much? I don't know why I did. He's still got skill. But I'm dying to hear, Jaimie. What did you think of Satanic?
Satanic, I honestly, I mean, it's been a little bit since I've listened to it, but I do remember when I wanted to listen to the songs more than once, which took me a while since it's 19 songs long. But I went for it, and I honestly, I ended up having an issue within my top five that I'll explain when I talk about that. But I
Ooh.
gave it like a 3.5. I debated on giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. I'm not against the fact that it's a bunch of great songs of collabs that I'm like, okay, surprisingly okay, and continued to be like surprised or more into it than I was expecting. I've never disliked Satanic, but I guess I enjoyed what they put on this album for all the collabs. So 3.5 out of 5 for sure, if not 3/4.
Yeah, this album's a solid 4.8 out of 5 for me. It's got a couple low notes, but I mean, it's mostly fire.
Yeah.
His next his next album, which I'll get into in a bit, is fucking phenomenal. But we'll get to that eventually someday down the road. Uh so yeah, I had 5 honorable mentions for this album because how could I not? Like you said, it's 19 tracks of awesomeness. So my first honorable mention is Satanic because insane poetry's verses are fucking incredible. My next honorable mention is Watch Your Saviors Die. Fun fucking song. I forget who does. I forget who's on that one. Next honorable mention is "This Is My Story, This Is My Life." He does a good like his life story song is fucking amazing. Like he has so much emotion in that shit. Like you could feel that shit coming through him when he's doing it. So that's a great song. He does a few like that are fucking very similar. Next honorable mention was "Ceremony in Flames" because that's that cult shit I'm talking about. Like he almost sounds straight up Charlie Manson or freaking what the fuck's the Kool-Aid guy? Oh, Jim Jones. He's totally like sounding like Jim Jones in that shit. So, but my last honorable mention is "God Hates Me, I Hate Him Too." I thought the lyrics in that song are phenomenal. He's an absentee landlord. Fucking like I love at the end when he's like fucking preaching that shit. It's like I fucking hate. I, all my fans know my hatred of organized religion. It was a lot worse back then. A lot worse. So this shit like rang dear to me.
Yeah,
Uh,
it felt like it had a familiar to it, and yeah, it kind of makes me giggle right now. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
but my number five is the bonus track actually. 12/22/2010, which is the release date of his next album because he releases like a bonus thing in between, and it's basically a mix of all the songs off the next album, and they are like I said, the next album is pure fire he ever did, and just hearing that mix of songs gets you so excited for it. My number four is Unholy Execution. Fucking flow and the beat are phenomenal in that song, and it's Scum. I fucking love Scum. So, and number three is Beelzebub's Prophecy because the flow and the beat are so sick. Like you find yourself fucking headbanging to that shit. My number two is The Reflecting God because I went to see God and I was looking at me, which how I feel on a daily basis. But plus the instrumental at the end is freaking amazing. And my number one has to be Scream because I mean Satanic and Razakal together are always phenomenal. Team Death at their best, but Scream is fucking. I felt that song for so many years. I'm lost. I'm in the darkness inside this shell. I'm heartless. Like that's fucking like poetry. That's fucking poetry, people. So, I mean, shit. If people can't get into this shit, they literally must be the happiest people in the world, and I will find you and take you.
I wish I could be that happy all the time, but guess what? Sometimes we have some angry moments, and I'm an angry person quite a bit, and this album can do it for you. It definitely does have relatable moments. I did not write a lot of notes, and I'm kind of regretting that I didn't. But got a couple. No honorable mentions, but I couldn't decide on my number one, so there's the catch to that. Number 5 though is God Hates Me and I Hate Him Too. Girl, that feeling's mutual. Motherfucker. Um, Number 4, I do remember the Suicide Boys vibe to it. The only reason why is because I've listened to them after ever hearing Satanic. So technically, Suicide Boys probably got this off of them. I don't know. My Flesh is His Flesh. That's a good song. Um, like you did say, number 3, Unholy Execution, because featuring Scum, the transition of when Scum came into that song, I do remember that was one of my favorite moments in the song. Number 2, I Hate This World, because there's a lot of times I can relate to that. But this is where I'm like, I ain't got no honorable mentions, but I didn't decide on a number 1, so it goes between, and I'm going to read it backwards because I feel like it's either Welcome to Reality, Take the Devil's Hand, or like Jeremy said, Scream. I really feel like I couldn't decide on that, but I didn't have any other notes down, which pisses me off. I'm gonna end up. I have this in my shuffle list, so I'll be jamming out to it again very soon because it's within the favorites.
It's funny when I brought Raquel on the show for CA. She fucking loved her, and I'm like, I had to have someone special on the show I could bring this on for, and she's like, you mean someone with mental health problems? I'm like, She's like, you mean someone with mental health problems? I'm like, if you say so.
I'm just saying, we all got problems sometimes, and sometimes these songs can just at least help us get through those problems. And just because that makes us sound crazy, it's fun. It was a fun album. Now to see him in concert would be a good time.
I don't think so anymore. Maybe,
I
I
know.
don't know.
I didn't think so anymore, but
He,
it would have been
he,
nice
he
to hear him.
I, his whole fucking label fell apart and shit because he was a lying son of a bitch. So,
Oh,
he's on
that's
his, he's on his own now, and he kind of is not the same. But
yeah,
I don't know. They never left the Southwest touring. Like Raquel got up this way a few times, but the rest of them never left the Southwest. So it's just
yeah,
the way it goes. I mean, you're closer than I am to that shit, but still, that's a drive.
yeah. It
But
is.
well, folks, we did it in short time, but we brought you 4 fucking albums. Yes, we are proud of ourselves. Pats in the back for everybody tonight, and we'll be back next week with a guest. Hopefully, we'll see. Working on that. But Jaimie, where can they find you?
Well, if you fuck around and find out, I always show up. But I am on the Book of Faces. That's pretty much where I do most of my socializing anymore. Instagram maybe. Other than that, you might find me popping up on that X, the old Twitter, the old Tiki Talkie. I'm just not on those very often. Like I said, the Book of Faces. You can't see me in the bullshit, but find me maybe.
And that's right, folks. And you can find both your musers on Facebook as Squatchy Largefoot, a Sasquatch trained by aliens to use Facebook for some reason. Don't know why. But he likes to, support us. You can also find us on XX Baby in the Gram as that Juggalo Bastard. You can find us on TikTok as that Juggalo Bastard Podcast. And of course, the best place as always is YouTube, Maniacal Music Musings. Find every episode we have ever done. If you want to see Chancey and I's pretty face for 100 plus episodes, that's where you go. But, and all Jimmy's are on there too, of course. But come back next week and see what's up. Until then, have a good week, everybody. And come back Saturday to watch Led Zeppelin Part 1 bracket at 5 p.m. East. Oof, that's right, a 6-part Led Zeppelin bracket. Shoot me now. But we will get through it.
Y'all chose it. Y'all chose it.
Uh, it was Phil's choice, not mine. But I will. I don't put together ones I don't plan on exploring eventually. So we go down that hole. We'll stay down that hole for a good 3 months. But we'll come out the other side and do something else. But until then, come check out the Led Zeppelin bracket. It's interesting. A lot of songs I never heard before. So come check it out. Have a good one, everybody.
Peace.